Today's video, I just really want to talk about weight gain and medication. So this year, the goal is to try and help my health issues as much as possible. You know, it's not going to take them away, but I want to help them as much as possible by controlling what I eat. So I do have diabetes, so eating sugar, you know, it's just not it's not the smartest thing to do. And I have been eating sugar in abundance, especially over Christmas. And as a result, my bloods, so I get routine bloods done because of my dermatomyositis, and my kidneys were failing again, which is due to uncontrolled diabetes. So I know this. So the goal is to not be being silly. You know, I'm not going to cut sugar completely, as in, you know, I know that sugar's in a lot of processed foods. But the goal is to, you know, not be eating chocolate, not be eating crisps, and not having lattes, and because the caffeine spiked my bloods as well. Not having cake. So I thought it was going to be a real challenge. So I've just done my first week of not eating cake, chocolate, crisps, that kind of thing. And I've stayed the same weight. So this is why I want to talk about weight and medication. So I am not going to be taking it to heart. At some point through the week, it had come down, probably about £2. But it's gone back on, so, you know, it's going to fluctuate. But I know years ago, also when I was younger, so I'm 45. Am I 45? I think I'm 45. So when I was younger and before medication, you know, any kind of weight loss, starting to try weight loss, any kind of diet, I would always lose about £6, £8 in the first week, you know, with the water weight. So that doesn't happen now because of the medication. So I'm on steroids, so prednisone, and which are notorious for weight gain. You know, you get the moon face, you get all sorts of horrible things with prednisone. I can't even remember the name for some of them, but you get buffalo back, moon face, some feet as well. Oh, honestly, it's not attractive. I also get very hairy with steroids, so I'm also like, I'm always plucking hairs out my chin. But you know, they help me stay alive, so got to take them. I am in the process of reducing them. So I'm down to 5 milligrams, which is making me feel yucky. It's going to make me feel worse. For some reason, it always takes a few weeks of not taking them. My taper for it to affect me, as probably as the inflammation builds again, stuff like that. So at the minute, so I'm on steroids. I'm also on mycophenolate, which is another big transplant drug. And it's just the weight gain. I've always had the weight gain with it, so it is tricky. And I've seen a lot of stuff lately. You know, I've not even looked into it. You know, I've not clicked on it. I kind of know just by the headings, but I know that, like Selena Gomez, she gets a lot of aggro just because of the weight gain, but she has lupus. I think she has lupus. I think that's right, and she's on all these kind of medications as well. And it's horrible, and it must be horrible. It's horrible at any age, but it must be extra horrible to be younger and having to be dealing with the weight gain. It's really not nice at all. I know that I have lost a lot of confidence. I went away to Perth, which is where I made my last video, and for a wee weekend break. And, you know, I just felt uncomfortable. I felt awkward ordering breakfast because I just thought, oh, you know, I'm just this big fat person ordering breakfast. I just didn't like it. I just felt extra bloated, extra horrible. So as much as I haven't, like, I've stayed the same this week, I know that there's a difference, you know, and I know a lot of that just comes from the mental, just knowing that you're doing something about it. But obviously, I mean, I was eating like a lot of chocolate and cake, so to not be eating that can only be doing good. There's going to be less bloat, and I know that if I persevere, you know, it's going to come down. So it's just about sticking to that, and trying to do the best I can. I know that I've got bloods again on the 25th, and I can guarantee that they're going to be looking a lot healthier. So this year has got to be the year where I really put the effort in to lose the weight because for my health issues mainly, because I do have liver disease, you know, I do have lung disease, I've got diabetes, I've got dermatomyositis, so all of these things are going to be helped by not being heavy. So that's the plan. I did a couple of years ago, which is why I started my YouTube channel. I was doing keto, which is great. It actually did work for me. It's quite limiting when you're out and about, but I can't do that now because I need carbs because of the diabetes. And I can't, you know, I was even going to try and limit my dairy as much as possible, which I can still do to a certain extent, but I can't cut it out completely either because the steroids will affect my bones. So I need the calcium. So it's a bit more complicated when you're on all these medications and all these conditions going on. But I have started weighing myself. A friend suggested this, that she has started weighing in kilograms rather than stones and pound, and because she said it's just like a fresh start, and actually that's a good idea, so that's what I've started to do. So I have started this year off at 114 kilograms, 114.6 kilograms, and so that's what I was last week when I weighed in, and that's what I am today. But like I said, I do feel a wee bit of a difference mentally and less bloat. So I will continue. It's for me, as long as it doesn't increase, so as long as I can continue to come down or stay the same, some weeks come down, but the effort will be there. I need to do this for health reasons. But yeah, if you are also on medication and struggling with your weight, I totally empathise. It's horrible. So anyway, that's me for today, and I hope you get to spend your spoons on something fun.